The story of Liberté Égalité Fraternité, the 1989 French 10-franc coin. Imagine holding a small bimetallic coin in your hand, gold-toned outer ring gleaming like sunlight on the Seine, a silvery center etched with bold symbols of revolution. This is the legendary 10-franc coin of 1989, emblazoned with France's eternal motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, liberty, equality, fraternity. Far more than pocket change, it is a living artifact of French history, a bridge between the fiery barricades of 1789 and the modern streets of Paris just before the euro arrived. Its story spans revolutions, sculptors, mint masters, and the quiet power of everyday symbols. Hello everyone, welcome to Vault of Old Coins. Here we bring you the oldest, the rarest, and the most mysterious coins from around the world. Do you want to know which coin is worth millions? Which coin is hiding one of history's biggest secrets? And which coin looks ordinary today, but could make you rich tomorrow? So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's open the Vault of Old Coins. The words Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité were not born on a coin. They erupted from the chaos of the French Revolution in 1789. As the Bastille fell on July 14th, ordinary citizens, artisans, lawyers, peasants, demanded not just bread but three sacred ideals. Liberty meant freedom from tyranny and absolute monarchy. Equality shattered the old class system where nobles feasted while the poor starved. Fraternity bound people as brothers and sisters in a new republic, not subjects of a king. The motto didn't become official overnight. It echoed in revolutionary clubs, newspapers, and flags. By 1793, it appeared in public buildings, but it was in 1848, during the Second Republic, that it was formally adopted as France's national creed. It appeared on coins for the first time then. A 5-franc piece in 1849 proudly carried the words. Over the decades, it became the soul of the French Republic, printed on every official document, school wall, and yes, coin. By 1989, it was ready for its most modern stage, a high-tech bimetallic coin that millions would carry in their wallets. France was ablaze with celebration. It was the 200th anniversary of the 1789 revolution, the Bicentenaire. Paris hosted grand parades, fireworks over the Seine, and exhibitions honoring the Declaration of the Rights of Man. President François Mitterrand poured millions into cultural events to remind the world France invented modern democracy. The Monnaie de Paris, France's historic mint, wanted a coin that captured this patriotic fever while solving a practical problem. Older 10-franc coins were heavy, single metal, and prone to counterfeiting. The mint needed something lighter, more secure, and visually striking. Enter the bimetallic design. An aluminum-bronze outer ring, golden hue, fused with a nickel or steel core, silver tone. Diameter, 23 millimeters. Weight, just 6.5 grams. Edge, segmented reading for anti-counterfeit grip. Production began in 1988 at the Pessac Mint near Bordeaux, but 1989 became the peak year. Over 249,980,000 pieces struck. It was no limited edition collector's item. This was everyday money for the people, just like the revolutionaries had dreamed. The coin was not designed by a single famous artist, but by the skilled hands of the Atelier de Gravure at Monnaie de Paris. The chief engraver was Jean-Luc Maréchal, working under the direction of Émile Rousseau, the general engraver of the mint. Maréchal's team turned historical symbols into precise dies that could stamp millions without losing detail. But the real star of the obverse, front, is not new. It's a masterpiece from 1836. The design features the Génie de la Liberté, genius/spirit of liberty, a winged nude male figure sculpted by Augustin Dumont. This bronze statue crowns the July column in Paris's Place de la Bastille. Why there? The column itself commemorates the July Revolution of 1830, when Parisians again rose against a king, Charles X, and installed the citizen king Louis Philippe. The génie holds a torch of civilization in one hand and broken chains in the other, pure symbolism of enlightenment triumphing over oppression. Flanking the figure are the letters RF for République Française. A tiny rosette, the mint's signature, marks Maréchal's work. In your mind's eye, the winged spirit soars across the coin, muscles taut, wings spread like the wings of victory. It's not just art. It's a direct link to two revolutions, 1789 and 1830, reborn for the 20th century. Every time a French citizen dropped this coin into a café, till, or metro ticket machine, they carried a tiny revolutionary on their fingertips. Now flip the coin over. The reverse, back, is strikingly modern compared to the romantic winged figure on the front. In the center sits the bold denomination 10F for 10 francs, with the year 1989 stamped clearly below it. Wide parallel stripes, almost like a security pattern or abstract rays of light, cross behind the value, giving the design a contemporary, almost industrial feel. Encircling the top half in elegant capital letters, Liberté Égalité. Along the bottom, Fraternité. The full motto, Liberté Égalité Fraternité, thus frames the practical heart of the coin, its value and date. The outer ring, the golden part, features a series of fine, striated geometric motifs that add texture and help prevent counterfeiting. The edge is segmented reading, not smooth, not fully grooved, but alternating sections that feel distinctive when you run your thumb along it. This clean, functional design was intentional. While the obverse paid homage to revolutionary art and history, the reverse had to work hard in daily life. Easy to read in dim cafe light, quick to identify in a handful of change, and secure against fakes in an era when vending machines and public transport were becoming automated. The reverse engraver was also part of Jean-Luc Maréchal's team at the Monnaie de Paris, French Mint. No single inventor gets all the credit. It was a collaborative effort by the Atelier de Gravure, the Mint's engraving workshop. They modernized an old symbol for a new technological age. The coin wasn't created purely for the 1989 bicentennial, but the timing was perfect. France's old 10-franc coins, the silver-colored pied-fort or earlier designs, were heavy, expensive to produce, and easy to counterfeit. In 1988, the Mint introduced this new bimetallic technology, an outer ring of aluminum bronze, 92% copper, 6% aluminum, 2% nickel, giving that warm golden color, fused to a nickel or nickel-plated center, silvery white. Total specifications: diameter, 23 millimeters, weight, 6.5 grams, much lighter than previous versions. Thickness, about 2.1 to 2.2 millimeters, edge, segmented reading. It was practical money for the people, exactly what the revolution had fought for. Yet 1989's massive mintage, nearly 250 million pieces, turned it into a subtle celebration. As fireworks lit up the Eiffel Tower for the Bicentenaire, these coins jingled in millions of pockets, quietly reminding every French citizen, we are the heirs of 1789. The Mint chose the Génie de la Liberté because it already stood on the July column in Place de la Bastille, the very square where the revolution began. Sculpted by Augustin Alexandre Dumont in 1833 to 1836, for the July Revolution of 1830, the figure holds a torch, enlightenment and progress, and broken chains, freedom from tyranny. It perfectly embodied all three words: liberty, broken chains; equality, no more kings above the people; and fraternity, a shared national spirit. Standard circulated 1989-10. Franc coins are not worth millions. In average circulated condition, usually 50 to 200 US dollars, or equivalent in other currencies. Uncirculated or mint state examples, 300 to 2,000 US dollars, sometimes up to 20,000 US dollars for very nice ones. Proof or special sets, higher but still modest. There are no rare varieties that suddenly make a common 1989 coin worth a fortune. Huge mintage, 249,980,000 plus, means supply is plentiful. Some sellers on eBay or Etsy list them as jewelry pendants or novelty items for 10,000, 500,000 US dollars, but that's artistic value, not numismatic rarity. Exceptions: RareCoins, misstrikes, off-center, wrong metal, can fetch hundreds. High-grade NGC/PCGS certified gems, occasionally $8 to $10 million in top condition, but extremely rare for this mass-produced piece. A genuine, untouched 1989 10F in your pocket is a wonderful historical artifact, worth far more as a story than as cash. Today, with the euro long replaced the franc, 2002, these coins are purely collectible. Many French people kept a few as souvenirs of the pre-euro era and the bicentennial excitement.